Welcome everyone to this session on unlocking your financial potential. Today, we're diving into some really exciting topics around funding solutions, credit repair, and leveraging business credit to grow your enterprise.
Yep, I'm excited. Seriously, let's jump in. So, where do we start? What's the big picture here?
Well, first, it's all about setting the stage. Imagine you're an entrepreneur with a dream, but you've been held back by um, poor credit or not knowing the ins and outs of funding. We kick things off by establishing why most people
I get
struggle to
it.
get the funding they need.
Right, and that struggle can be so pervasive. It's like you're stuck in a cycle of financial red tape, even if you've got a great business idea. What exactly do they say is stopping people?
Exactly. The webinar outlines that common issues include poor personal credit, lack of business credit, and sometimes a missing revenue track record. People often don't know how to leverage credit tools. They miss out on huge opportunities.
Indeed. So, the first major section really identifies the problem. But then, as I understand it, there's a huge focus on building the right financial foundation, right?
Absolutely. And it's like the solution is twofold. On one side, there's personal credit repair, which is vital for raising credit limits and even monetizing credits if you become an authorized user trade line seller. And then we've got business credit, the game
Yep,
changer.
I love that distinction. So it's like personal credit is your starting block, and business credit builds on that without risking your personal financial standing.
Right, exactly. Business credit lets you access funding without impacting your personal credit utilization. It builds credibility with lenders and vendors, and it even helps in managing debt more smartly.
Absolutely. And then combining the two, what's the rationale there?
It's like a tag team strategy, if you will. Your personal credit can accelerate funding when it's paired with a robust business credit profile. Imagine having the best of both worlds, faster approvals, and actually building long term wealth through strategic
Exactly
investments.
right. That makes a lot of sense. Now, one point that particularly struck me was the urgency. They really emphasize that now is the best time to act, aren't they?
Oh, for sure. The webinar underscores that there's an abundance of funding opportunities around, but the competition is fierce. Delaying action might mean missing out on these opportunities. It's like, um, if you let that window close, well, whoever steps in next will grab those funds.
Yes, yes.
That's a fair critique. And sure enough, the strategy advises cautious balance. The emphasis is on building credit as a tool rather than a crutch. If you overuse credit without maintaining solid revenue and compliance, it could backfire.
Right on. Speaking of compliance, let's talk about selling age corporations. That seems like a really unique angle to the whole webinar.
Yes, it definitely is. The webinar highlights that many entrepreneurs mistake an old dormant corporation for useless and dissolve it. But um, its age adds tremendous value. Buyers love a business with history, greater funding access, better contract credibility, and
Yeah,
so
that's
on.
very insightful. So rather than getting rid of your corporation, you can actually leverage it? That's kind of counterintuitive at first, isn't it?
It is. But think of it like this. It's like having an antique. Even if it didn't generate much revenue, its age and character make it valuable. The webinar suggests keeping such corporations in good standing, filing annual reports, paying off outstanding taxes, and even getting a certificate of good standing.
Absolutely. And I imagine there's a clear process behind how to prep these companies for sale?
Exactly. They discuss services that help reactivate suspended corporations, resolve tax issues, and update filings. It's essentially an asset maximization strategy, not just for funding, but for turning dormant assets into profit.
Right, right. Now, let's shift a bit towards the service offering, the DareShore advantage, correct?
Yep, that's right. The webinar details how the service provides full-scale credit restoration and business credit setup. Everything is run under one roof, from repair to funding turnaround, even with a money-back guarantee if no results are shown.
That's a pretty bold promise. Bold indeed, but I wonder if that might make some skeptical. There's a guarantee, yet some might worry about the upfront costs, right?
True, but they address that by offering transparent pricing and flexible payment options. Plus, the funding package includes an initial fee, plus um, a commission on approved funding. It's structured to be low risk for
Got it.
those who qualify.
I also noticed they incorporate actual success stories, real client experiences to build trust.
Right. They've helped over $2,100 plus clients. It's not just theory. They use relatable client stories to show how their strategies, be it personal credit repair or business credit enhancement, made all the difference.
Very convincing. And in the final segments, there's a hands-on approach with Q&A. That must be really empowering for potential clients, right?
Oh, absolutely. The Q&A session is key, addressing frequent concerns like the nuances between personal guarantees and no personal guarantees, revenue requirements, even turnaround times. It establishes a level of openness and responsiveness that really builds trust.
Right, it's interactive. Now, let me ask, what do you think about the emphasis on visuals and rehearsals mentioned in their best practices?
It's critical, really. Using clear visuals, success statistics, and client testimonials during the webinar can be the difference between engaging your audience and losing them. Rehearsing ensures that the delivery flows smoothly, which is so important when you're discussing intricate topics like credit and
Exactly.
funding.
And what about the follow-up strategy? That might seem like an afterthought, but it seems they really invest in that too.
You got it. The follow-up, like emailing a summary and replay link, is a brilliant touch. It keeps the conversation going and cements the relationship, giving the audience more time to digest and act upon the information shared.
Absolutely synergy all around. So, if I'm hearing this correctly, the webinar is really a comprehensive roadmap from identifying the financial hurdles, educating on both personal and business credit, to offering a clear path to action, all sealed with post session support.
Spot on. It's a full circle approach to not only uncover the problems, but also provide real actionable solutions. And it even goes into specific niches like aged corporations, which many don't consider at first, yet can be a goldmine.
Right, right. I gotta say though, while the approach is robust, do you think there's enough customization for different types of businesses?
That's a fair challenge. In our experience, though, the flexibility is built in through personalized consultations. The strategies are not one size fits all. They're adapted to the client's specific credit profile and business needs. So, while the framework is general, the execution is tailored.
Yeah, that makes sense. And lastly, the call to action. Everything really seems to drive towards encouraging immediate engagement, right?
Exactly. The webinar wraps up by urging attendees to schedule a free consultation right away, with limited time bonuses that add, urgency. This not only prompts immediate action, but also reinforces the message that your financial future shouldn't wait.
Can't agree more. Well, that was a thorough and engaging breakdown. With all these insights, from credit repair strategies to capitalizing on aged corporations, it truly sounds like a must attend webinar for anyone serious about financial growth.
Absolutely. If you're looking to transform your funding prospects and unlock your financial potential, this approach really combines education, strategy, and hands-on support in a way that's hard to beat.
Indeed. Thanks for the deep dive. It's been an enlightening conversation. Looking forward to seeing more entrepreneurs take advantage of these strategies.
Likewise, thanks for the engaging discussion. And to everyone tuning in, don't wait. Reach out for that free consultation and start building your financial foundation today.